Hello. So, this is your podcast, Kierra Crown, and today we're going to be talking about creators. We are born creators, okay? We are naturally born creators. And what does it really mean to create? Because this is the natural gift that we have as human beings. No matter what or who you are, we create things. And actually, this is like a whole organism species type of things, because when you look outside, you see different species creating things too. For example, birds create bird nests. Bees create honey. Beavers create dams. Everything is a creator. We create our own thoughts. We create our own reality. We create the things that we want to create. And right now I'm looking at the time, it's 5:55. That's a very lucky and powerful number. But we create things as humans, as species, as organisms, as creatures of planet Earth. So everybody don't have the same purpose. So even though bees, for example, bees, they all create honeys and honeycombs and like a place to stay or whatever. They all manage to do that. Okay. We all have a certain type of thing that we create, like thoughts and like our own reality, like I said before. So that's like kind of like the basis of what we create. But as far as our individual selves and what we enjoy doing, everybody don't necessarily have that same purpose. We are more advanced because we are humans. We're more advanced on the things that we can create because we have more tools to do so. More tools than any other, species or whatever. So if you wanted to create a podcast with somebody, because podcasts are really popular during this time. If you wanted to create a podcast, you can do it. And you can bring somebody that is like-minded, that both of you can feed off each other's energy and create and co-create with each other and, help bring that out into the world. You can also create things, any natural things, like things with your hands. You can create anything that you want to do. If you like drawing, why not start doing some drawing work and creating those things? What natural talents, what natural abilities do you have that you want to grow? Okay. What do you want to grow? What do you want to expand on? What do you want to grow? That's really the question here. When it comes to being a creator, you can create anything in this world. And the reason why I say that you can create anything in this world is because we have one very powerful tool. That's the mind. The mind can create anything. It can create circumstances in our life. It can create projects. It can create a belief system, a story. It can create success. It can create happiness. It can create hatred. It can create sadness. It can create things. By what you are observing with your physical eyes, it tells the brain a certain thing, which makes chemicals goes off in your brain, and it starts to form and shape the reality that you see it in. Okay. That's a little bit going a little bit too far, but I'm sure that you all do understand what I'm saying. But when it comes to creating and being a natural born creator, you have to understand that this is something that we can do effortlessly. Or we can go out and take classes to do things, or we can do, it's all up to you. what you want to do with the things that you want to create, okay? And we create things that we necessarily don't like, and we create things that we do like. Like let's say if there's a person, like a neighbor or something, and you think that they don't like you, it must be some reason why you feel that way without having any, say if you don't have any real evidence or proof, it must be a reason why you feel that way. So maybe having a conversation can help create better thoughts and a better circumstances when it comes to, that type of relationship or situation. So if you feel that somebody, like your neighbor, doesn't like you, go up to them and ask them, have a conversation with them, and kind of clear the space and see exactly, where their head is at and, whatnot. And then that will help kind of give you more clarity on what you've been thinking versus what reality actually is. Because again, we create our own thoughts and we create stories, and sometimes those stories don't be right, and we later on figure out, this is what actually happened, or this is what it was, versus what we thought in the first place. I know some of you have experienced that before. Like, you thought it was this, but then it ended up not being that. It actually turned out being something else. So everything isn't as bad as it seems. Everything isn't as bad as you think. Okay? So remember that. Everything isn't as bad as you think. And it takes courage. And a lot of people, we need to start building up our courage a little bit more and our confidence a little bit more. Okay? So we can improve our reality and improve our perception and view of things. It does take courage to go up to somebody and talk to them. I've experienced, being really shy, very often. I've experienced, trying to avoid conflict, or, but at the end of the day, that kind of still lingers on in your mind. It still lingers on in your mind, sometimes when it's not resolved, when it's something that's not resolved. So I always try to resolve those things that you feel that you should resolve, especially if you don't want it to keep happening. Again, you want to make sure that you are expanding on trying to fix the situation, or, trying to find better understanding or better clarity so you can have a better mental space. Because the more you focus on, or kind of subconsciously keep something in your mind that's like kind of bothering you or worrying you, the more that it shows up into your life or your experience. So you want to make sure that you clear up all of the resistance, clear up all of the things that are stopping you from creating, and that's stopping you from expanding on what you want to, expand on and create and grow on. So we are natural born creators, and that is our God-given right. Okay? That is our right, our natural born right. This is something that is inevitable, especially if you come here on this planet. So, that's important. What are you creating for yourself? Are you creating a situation where you feel like you're a victim? Are you creating a situation where you are expanding on hate and pain? Or are you expanding on something good? Like, realizing or appreciating the things that has happened today, and showing gratitude on the things that has happened. What are you really doing? So that's really pretty much important because, your mental space affects the rest of everything in your life. So the more that you witness your blessings, the more that you witness the things that the universe or source has done for you, the more that you witness the good things in your life that you have done for yourself or that others have done for you, the more that you start bringing those things and attracting those things into your life. Okay? So, that's very, that's essential. That's a vital key to creation. That's a vital key to creation. Because when you're creating things, it's like, what exactly is it that you feel that you want to create? And what exactly are you creating that is causing that creation that you want to be blocked from you? Because everything that's happening, you're creating, or situations in your life are creating those blockages. So you want to remove those things. Remove it. Unblock those things. Tear those walls down. That is causing resistance towards whatever you're creating in your life. And that's how you begin to start to create. Start focusing on the actual creation rather the absence of that creation. Okay? Or rather than the worry of the creation. So this can go with anything. This can go with thoughts. This can go with projects. This can go with jobs. This can go with money. This can go with family. This can go with anything, because we create every second of our lives. We think 50,000 thoughts a day. Okay? Most of our thoughts usually are not so good, according to science. But we can start to reprogram our mind to think more positively and more beneficial to what we want to achieve, rather what's blocking that achievement or what's stopping that from happening. So everything is a creation. So comment down below exactly what you are creating for yourself. If you are creating passive income, if you're creating like a podcast, if you're creating music, if you're creating, any type of business, or if you're creating good thoughts about yourself, or if you're creating a good harmonious relationship with family, whatever it is that you want to create, you can do it. Especially if you've seen other people do it. And that's the key thing. If you've seen it being done, it can be done. However, if you haven't seen it being done, you may have to take a look inside of yourself and see how you can create that thing. Or you can ask the universe to help you with those things. Ask the law of attraction to help you with that thing. Okay? Help you see possibilities or opportunities where that can be possible within your reality. Okay? So if you want it doesn't matter what exactly you want. It can be anything. So that's really all that we have for today's episode. If you like this podcast so far, please continue to subscribe and share some love in the comments. All right, see you.